recording. Let's just do that again. Live from the Crescent Moon Temple, it's the morning show with your host, Tolinar. Wrong song. Do something different. It's time to play the music. Switch all the cameras on. It's time for the morning show, and I'm doing it on my own. Gotta come up with something definitive. The host, the guest, the audience is what I'm here to be. There's no one even watching, baby. This all depends on me. But that's nothing unusual. It's just another day. I'm sure that I can do it all if I do it my own way. Okay, start the music. Here we go. It's Katawa Shoujo's unused track, Carefree Drays. Nap. Tea, please. Regulate that volume. Not what I mean. There we go. Oh, that's comforting. I feel so much more settled now. Boy, have I got a good one for you today. It is the 9th of January, and among other things, I got paid. Today we are finally going to begin talking about important things. That's right, today we're going to start talking about things. Oh my gosh, after spending, 8 whole days talking about nothing. Finally we're talking about things. Gravy. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh, amazing. Things. Before we talk about things, though, I'm going to get settled for the morning. Today's topic is the action of inaction, the guide to priority. We're going to talk about that sort of stuff. Stuff very closely intertwined with habit. I am going to talk to somebody on Twitch. They want to draw my dude. I think that's nice, and I like that. Yeah. We're gonna get that going. Hopefully my audio sync is decent. I can never tell. Just drinking. It's good. Whoops, wrong button. Don't touch that. That's licensed. Here we are. So today is January 9th. I believe very firmly in the rhythm of things, and as it turns out, I need to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Right, let's get to it then. Good morning, kitty. Yeah, you've already had it. You've already got it. We're going to talk about the action of no action and the concept of priorities. This is that part where I give that same speech that you've heard everywhere, where I say, well, what you are and what you want to be are vastly different people. Yes, 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 we've heard all that before. But we're going to get granular. We're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what I'm doing, me personally. See, I used to be an overlord some years ago. Some 7 to 8 years ago, I used to be an overlord. Then there was a great pivot in my life. I met someone beautiful. 3 years of my life were a beautiful whirlwind of chaos and wonder. I can't return to that time. I'm not sure I want to. But I'll always remember the beautiful and positive experiences it left in my heart. And some of the horrible, chilling, negative experiences it left there too. Anyways, after all that was done, I proceeded to spend 3 years trying to recover myself from the dredges of the broken pieces of me. And it all comes down to habit. It's not that there was anything wrong with my emotional state during those 3 years, although I had 1 or 2 bad nights, I'll tell you what. It's not that there was anything especially wrong with my work ethic either. It only improved over time. But who I was still fell entirely apart. Just a shambles. You see, for 3 years, I had slept next to someone else, woke up next to someone else. The rhythms of her life became the rhythms of my life. I adapted my existence to her, just like she adapted her existence to me. We paired our life together until eventually she decided that she wasn't up for paired life anymore. She moved on. She didn't want to be paired with my life anymore. It wasn't what she enjoyed. After 3 years of reflection and stuff, I realized that I don't think many people would want to live their life paired with mine. Too crazy, too chaotic, too many problems. But setting that aside, I came to understand the flow of lifestyle much more closely. I came to understand much better how what we do each day dictates who we are, and how habit is a machine of dominoes that directs right back into itself over and over again. There are certain things you can do to fix this. But for 3 years, I couldn't tell what I should be doing with myself because the most powerful, beautiful elements of my life were just gone. I couldn't wake up next to someone else. Yes, that's very meaningful and beautiful. Bring it down a notch. I couldn't wake up next to someone else. It simply wasn't going to happen. And I couldn't cook for someone else. No one would eat it. All of these things that I thought were important to me were impossible. This poor spider is stuck in my tub. Come on. Let's get you out. Come on. Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. Come on, big guy. There you go. Well, come on. Let me get you around here. I know you want out, but if you keep struggling, it's going to be very hard to escape. Now look. You gotta go. I'm trying to get you out of here. I'm not trying to eat you. For pity's sake. He's stuck in the drain. All right. I did what I could to try and get him out. He doesn't want to go. I'm gonna have a candy cane this morning. of a lot of candy canes. So, for 3 years, I was forced to switch from one dream to another. I was going to be a dad. I was working on a family. I was building this out, one step at a time. And it just died on the vine. Nope. Without a wife, it isn't gonna happen. Not a chance. Let me change my board here. There we go. Okay, so. Yep, it turns out that was not what was going to happen. Instead, there was a small apartment near my family's farm that my brother had made an absolute wreck of. I was always jealous of this because he was able to do farming, which I had wanted to do for almost a decade, and I couldn't. I didn't have any land. I studied gardening and farming for so many years, just waiting for the chance to own land. I couldn't. And after the divorce, I got that apartment. I got my chunk of land, and I learned some of the truths about farming. It was reluctant and miserable because I didn't want to do that then. I wanted to be married. I wanted to have a family. I wanted to work hard at a job that would enable my wife to enjoy the finer things in life and let her decide what those finer things would be. But that's not how my life went. That's not the path my life adopted. Maybe I can help this spider help itself. Let's see if this gets it out. Maybe it will. Anyways, I don't want to see anything die. So here we've entered a position where I got to achieve one of my dreams because my other one was done. So now I am being a farmer instead of a father. And 3 years later, I had to let go of that too. But I didn't let go of it for long. My current goal is to make money so that I can buy a small piece of land and get back to being a farmer. I'm certain I can do it. I've done it before. I know exactly what to do. And the first step is, the cat threw up a hairball. The first step is getting this hairball out of here. Poor dear. You're all right, kitty. Not mad at all. This mess is just you having a bad stomach. Okay. Get the scraper. Minimize how much we knocked that about. I have to go get more cat litter, and that's outside in the car. Well, I'll be outside for a minute. When I come back in, we'll continue our discussion of how priorities can be important, and how the small things we do can decide who we become, and more importantly, what I'm going to do for the next 2 years while I conduct the morning show. And I will be with you shortly. Hey guys, we're going to switch to the backup mic. Lost track again. Life divides up quickly and easily into two segments. Things we have to do, things we want to do. Found the microphone. Okay, let's get back on the main horse here. I don't like having my backup mic drained. Switch this back off. Switch this one back on. Not that there's any audible difference. If there is, well, that's beyond my ken. I'm not paid enough to understand that. By the way, we are listening to Kentaro Sato and the Budapest Symphony Orchestra playing Stardew Valley, the soundtrack to my life. I've been listening to this since I was divorced. That was 3 years ago, 4 years ago. Time keeps moving. Right, here we are. There we go. Now I've got this litter, 40 pounds of it. I need to use it to fill the cat box. Good. Okay. That's fine. Go ahead and install the outer ring. Get that back in position. Swish it around a little. Funny how you still suspect there's nuggets in it, even though it's not possible. I used the last of the other cat litter as a topper. Get the old box out. And try desperately to arrange it so that it can't be knocked over anymore. Cat's probably gonna knock it over anyway, that goon. Don't want you to do it, kitty. You better not do it. I don't want you to touch that. Oh, what can you do with a cat? Okay. Okay, cat bathroom's clean. Good. Anyways. So my current goal is to have my own farm. In 2 years, I think I can make it. I have a target of $12,000. And we've got a good start. Cat immediately wants to check out the empty box, and it's not going to be able to do that. Get that out of here. I'm also going to throw away some other stuff I don't necessarily want in the house. Just some junks and empties, that sort of stuff. Here we go. Yeah. A few extra components that have lingered since Christmas, which is a little too long. There we go. You're gone too, and you're out. I hate to throw an entire, yeah, you're gone. You're gone. And I ran out of Lassi. Yes, I did. I drank the last of it yesterday. I'll have to make a new one tonight. Well, I like my puzzle games and things, but let's get serious. To be a proper overlord, I need a piece of land. $12,000 will be enough to get me a start. I don't need a lot, just need enough. I'm tough, I'm resilient, and I know what to do, so I can make it work. Catch is, I have to have the money first. So we get to priorities. Like I said, the human mind divides up what we do into things we feel we have to do and things we like to do. That's why we can set our own schedule a million times over. We'll ignore it. But when the alarm goes off, we get up every morning. Alarm represents the expectations of society and the gravitas of reality. And we can't neglect that, so we get on it. We jump faster and harder. Cat's trying out its litter box, making sure that it's functioning properly. No objections. There's 2 notices from the city. We'll see what they have to say. It's probably the power bill. First one is power bill. We'll have to take care of that today. That's fine. Take care of that immediately. I'll have to inform them that their automated system didn't work very well. Well, that's how it is sometimes with these machines. They can be unreliable. So here again is an example of things you have to do as opposed to things you want to do. Sometimes there are things you want to do, and that's great, but then there are things you have to do instead. So let's go in here. We'll log in, check very thoroughly, make sure we've got this straight. I will double check to see if it actually already withdrew the power bill, because I don't want to end up double dipping. Part of, let's see, we're looking for around 74. And it should have been, just around here. Yes, it did come out. Let's see here. These were dispersed as of the 5th. I will double check, but it appears this bill is a duplicate. I will contact the city about this. Anyways, all right, we'll get to that. Because I don't like double dipping. I don't think anyone does. That's a fairness thing again. Let's get back on track. We will deal with the power bill when the power bill comes up. The cat wants the window. Get off of the bills. You're not helping. Get off the bills. That's mine. You can have the window. Go sit at the window. Get off the bills. Cats, they want to sit on everything. Nuts to that. Okay. More candy. To be able to save up takes a certain amount of time and effort. But I can get there. In order to save up, I'll be checking my bills very carefully. Once I have enough, I'll purchase a piece of property and go from there. It looks like someone spammed my chat. Great. Those scummers. I'm sorry you had to read that. Consider it a sign of the times. He has so many bots. Now they've identified me as a victim, there's nothing I can do about it. When you are in that situation, when you are living another life, when you're in that other world, the things that you see and the things you interact with and the things that you do motivate you to behave in that way. So, in particular, when I was married, waking up next to my wife and laying next to my wife motivated me into those behavior paths. Then the next 3 years, waking up alone in the apartment, out by the farm, made me a farmer. Now I'm waking up in the Crescent Moon Temple and spending every morning streaming instead. Good, the spider did get out. I was hoping that would help the spider escape. Nope, it was under it. It was hiding under it. Look, you darn doofy. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. If you're not going to trust somebody or something, your life will be very difficult. Oh man, the bottom edge of this is terrible. Let's go. Don't get down in the drain. That's the worst place for you. Come on. Now you're, almost. Look, what you perceive as just barely escaping is you staying stuck in the tub. You've got to get out. Dang it, quit jumping off. You're starting to frustrate me. Stop diving to your doom. Look, you're in the water now. You have to come out. Quit jumping down. Come on, let's go. Man, you're making it very difficult to help you. Sometimes that's how it is with people and spiders. Let's go. Come on, climb up. Climb up. Let's go. Quit curving away from your help and let's get out of the tub. You've done it. There you go. Now you're free. Okay. Man, the cat's freaking out. Like, why would you do that? Oh, spider's alive too. Now the spider will get to go on living. Good for him. Cat, meanwhile, has been knocking small objects off the desk, as it is wont to do. So, we see behavioral cues, and it motivates us to do things that are familiar. The power of habit. So if you build habits to save money and stream to the universe, then that works out. But habits reconstruct if they don't meet all 7 needs. And in particular, I have a problem. It's my need for social contact, my need for emotional connections with others, not getting met. The cat is helping, but it can only help so much. And I don't want to waste money and time on behaviors that aren't good for me. So what I have to do is come up with a solution of some sort. I have to find an answer to this problem. Fortunately, the job I work at grants me a good amount of emotional connection. So as long as I spend a lot of my mornings in basically isolation, the boiler chamber, and then spend my evenings relating to customers and talking and yakking and having a grand old time, I should stay in balance and I'll be able to make it. 2 years I'll have to save. And saving isn't all that has to get done. There are other important things that need to get done. For one, I have to maintain my body. Being a farmer means maintaining a strong physical level of power. Now, in keeping with the season's tides, I tend to specifically stop exercising around October, November, and relax for 3 months. That relaxation period is specifically to allow my body to heal, to allow my muscle mass to return to normal, my energy systems to return to normal. We sleep a whole lot more. We go through the eating cycle where food is abundant thanks to the holidays. And then a week or two after the holidays, we begin again. And we are back at the start of the start. Here's where we need to start rebuilding muscle again and getting strong. And it's very important that I do a good job of this time, because when you're working as a farmer, the muscles you need are dictated by the work you do. So you can be very free. You will automatically be doing the right kind of work for the work you're doing. Same thing for pretty much any rigorous work. The work you do dictates your muscle growth. As long as you keep your muscles balanced, then you won't run into any problems. But now that I am going to be mostly sedentary, I must increase my workload artificially, and that means working out. If I'm going to work out, might as well do it in a balanced fashion to maximize my strength. And not only working out, I also have to go back and continue collecting information. The information that I need to collect is almost entirely related to gardening, farming, and being an overlord. So I need to study those. And lastly, it is time to begin looking for land. I'm not going to be able to purchase it for 2 years, but I need to begin to build criteria. And to build criteria for the perfect piece of land, I am going to need to examine pieces of land for 2 years. Gradually build out an idea of what an ideal parcel looks like. Gradually get used to how much the market costs, where the market is going. Start identifying problems, classifying pieces by the best, the worst, and so forth. And it all begins with the first criteria. That criteria is 5 to 20 acres. I know I want at least 5 acres. I cannot use more than 20. So the ideal parcel is between 5 and 20 acres. This is because I plan to stay on this farm and work on it for the last 15 healthy years of my life. Nobody's body lasts forever. I can expect to start to lose the power of a farmer in about 15 years as I turn 60. Now, it's possible that I will be healthy enough to maintain my strength for another 15 after that, in through 75. But taking proper care of myself, doing the best I can do, I can bet on having 15 more years of power. And then, who knows what will happen. So, the parcel I pick is one that will be growing and building for 15 years. There are steps to this process. I need to learn brickwork. I need to learn a lot of things. while I am learning and studying all these other things, learning about the precision growth of plants, the ecosystems of the Pacific Northwest and how the animals all relate to one another, the natural flow of water and the harmonics of the universe, all these big, detailed, beautiful ideas, I also need to be examining concrete examples. I need to be looking at discrete parcels of land and saying, this one has this feature, these ones have those features, this is how much this costs, this is how much it would cost me monthly compared to what I'm paying now. Which one of these is actually plausible for me to start living in immediately? Which one of these can I actually make the jump to? Where does it become realistic? And put those pieces together one by one until my dream foments into reality. There are other things I want to do too. I've spent the first week of the morning show just talking and getting used to everyone, but things have got to change around here. I want a better appearance. I want a better streaming experience for you. I need my own background music. I want to be making music. I want to be making games. I've got so many things that I want to do that my plate is overloaded, chock full of stuff. And I have spent so much time sleeping. So much time sleeping. And it's okay that I've spent so much time sleeping. I haven't wasted that time. People are terrified that they're wasting their time with their life, doing things that aren't important. It's one of the great fears of humanity that we're wasting our time, when in fact, it's one of the hardest things for a human to do. If you ask a human to just stop and sit perfectly still, let's try it. Let's just sit still. Nope, it's the hardest thing in the world to do. Just sitting still is the hardest thing for a human to do. There are so many things that need doing. We want to entertain our minds. We want to take care of physical tasks with our bodies. There are so many things that crop up immediately. Like straight away, we're like, oh no, I've got to get started. I've got to get going. There's so much stuff. It's all got to get happening right now. I have a bill. I need to run to the power company. I have socks on the floor. My towel needs to be put away. There's dishes that need cleaning. When you sit still, and you try to force yourself to still yourself, your body reorients and decides on what should be done right away and really wants to get going. The body is in constant motion, a machine that's always turning. The tricky part is directing that machine. And for better part of a month, maybe a little bit further than that, I have directed that machine to rest. I sleep. And I play a puzzle game, Blueprints. I have got such an upload coming. Wait till you see what happened on day 7 and 8. Fantastic. Anyways, yeah. Humans don't sit still well. We are busy beings. And this can make it difficult to achieve some goals that require less action. But determination is powerful. And we can see what happens. I'm sure we'll make it. In the meantime, I do have a busy day ahead of me. And eventually I'm going to set up a very special scheduling gizmo to make this all very easy. I don't intend to stop streaming the morning show. The morning show may get revamped. Right now it's basically an hour-long chautauqua about whatever topic happens to be on hand. And right now I'm talking about priority because this is the pivot point of winter. But I also need to record my workouts. I need to record my streaming. I need to record my video game design segments. I need to record my music design segments. I need to record my studies of plants. And I need to record my playing of Blueprints. And I need to record my examination of land parcels. There's many, many things to do. So many, in fact, I think I should probably get started. Normally I would hang out for another 20 minutes, but I've got to get to the power company, honestly. There's stuff to do this very morning. And there'll be stuff to do this afternoon, stuff to do this evening. Things aren't going to hold still for a little while. I hope you come along for the ride, even if it's nobody. You're exactly the nobody I need. So, thanks for being there. Why don't we get moving? See you tomorrow, or later today, or in a few minutes.